Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you guys are here and at 1000k subscribers. Yani, this still amazes me. So today we are going to talk about why your seeds don't germinate. We are Africans, we love being superstitious. So we say, mimi sina hiyo mkono ya kupanda. I don't have that talent or something. I plant things and they never come out of the ground. So today I'm going to show you why and how you go wrong. So reason number one, the type of seed you're planting. If you want to be a commercial farmer, a farmer who takes herself seriously, or a farmer who wants to make money, it is advisable to go for hybrid seeds. Hybrid seeds are different from kawaida seeds because they've been selected individually like to make sure that strain of seed is perfect. Like it has almost 99.9% germination rate. It is like, I'm amazed. Let me give you my experiences with hybrid seeds. So things like broccoli, things like cauliflower, things like hohos, I used to plant them from sachets that I buy from the agrovet for about 150, 180. Little investment. I don't want to invest a lot of money. And then I wait, and then I wait, and then I wait. And it's 3 months later and they didn't come out, or 5 came out and there were 1,000 seeds. So I just realized I'm wasting my time. Let me just go for the real thing. And also there is something called, you know how women, there is human hair? Then there is the fake hair, the plastic one. Then there is semi-human. So there is also semi-hybrid. So these are seeds that will still give you as much germination rate, about 80% or 85%, which is still pretty good for a lower price. Yes. So this is an example of a hybrid seed. Onions have a very low germination rate. If you buy kawaida seeds, you have to invest in a good seed when it comes to onions. You heard how people are making 2 million, a million from an acre of onions. This is how you have to invest in the seeds. And hybrid seeds that are for onions are very expensive. So like this pack, which is about 100 grams, it goes for about 2,500. I kid you not. Yes, this pack alone. But it's also a lot of seeds. As you know, onions, they get it will be a good harvest. So I'm not worried about that, but I'm also alerting you about the investment. Don't bother planting kawaida onions unless you're doing it in a greenhouse. If you're doing it outside, please go for the embryo seed. You need to start paying me. Please go for the hybrid seeds. So reason number 2 why your seeds are not germinating is because you're not patient. Most human beings, they want to plant a seed and like fast food or in Glovo, they want to get their service delivered immediately. So with agriculture, it's a bit different. As you guys have noticed, it takes time for things to happen underground before you see them on the ground. So just be patient. Everything will come out in due time. So things like capsicums take very, 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 very long to stay underground forever. But eventually, about 6 weeks in, that's when they're starting to shoot. And then, so you give them like 3 weeks and then they're ready for transplanting. So yeah, and leafy vegetables, they don't take very long. Danias are my favorite because they shoot very fast. And also kienyeji mbogas, I like that about them. Yeah. The other reason why your seeds do not germinate, which is the third reason for today, is because you don't drench the soil enough before planting. So this is the trick. You've been told, dig a hole, put a seed, and then you water. My method, which increases germination, is first dig the hole, a very big hole, a wider hole, like the size of a cup, and then open enough water. If you're using irrigation system, if you're watering by hand, water fast. Let the soil drench enough. Overwater, actually, that would be the term. And then now take your one seed, put in the hole, Probably I usually let it stay overnight. So if I'm going to plant tomatoes tomorrow, today I make sure that the holes are there, and then I drench a whole tank into that whole system, or that hole gets at least even 3-4 liters of water, one drip line hole. And then at that point, that's when I plant, and then I water after that. This makes sure that once the seed is in there, that even if it's not going to get water, because sometimes the drip lines block or something like that, the drenching makes sure that it shoots up. And that's a good thing, because as we know, you need 3 things for a seed to germinate. That is water, you need warmth, and then you need soil. So the soil provides darkness, so germination needs to happen in the darkness. And guys, don't you think life is like that? Sometimes we're just working, we're giving it our all, we're investing, and then we are not seeing results. But the thing about success is consistency. It's about making sure that you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's about patience and consistency. For me, if I can imagine, I've wasted like 15 years trying to figure out who I am, what do I need to do, and all those things. And imagine if I was 18 and I thought, let me start welding. I'm going to become a welder. By now, I'd be having like 20 years worth of experience. That's something. So it's in whatever you're doing, no matter how small it is. Someone told me the other day, can you imagine someone invented a key holder? A simple thing like that, but very useful. Can you imagine if we all didn't have key holders? And then you have a Toyota, I have a Toyota, and then we mistake our keys. And I don't want to say what kind of things would happen if this life didn't have a key holder. So the fourth thing why your seeds are not germinating is because of cutworms. Cutworms are things that live in the soil. You never see them. They live in the soil, and then they wait for the very young shoots to come out. And that's what they feed on. They are worms. So sometimes you can't see them, sometimes you can see them. So every time, always do a scan. Always scout your farm to see when the shoots start coming out. Immediately you need to spray against cutworms. Otherwise, utakuwa unafanya kazi ya bure. You'll just be planting things, shoots coming up, cutworms eating them at the head. And you know that first leaf is very important, right guys? A plant can't make food without the leaf. And because it's already used all the reserve in the seed, it needs that 1-2 leaves to start making food for the plant. So it is very important that you beware of cutworms. Please guys. So the fifth reason why you guys should be aware of this in terms of why your seeds are not germinating is if you've dug the hole too deep. I'm not talking about seedlings, I'm talking about seeds. When you're dealing with seeds, it's good not to keep it too deep, because then it will use so much energy to grow a long stem to come out into the surface. Remember, the seed is using the reserves it has in the seed. So it has very little energy until it just shoots up above the soil. So it is important that when you plant your seed, it should not be more than 2 inches into the ground. Me, I use my finger to plant because I don't want to take that risk of if I use a stick or another tool and then the seed has been buried too deep into the soil, and then it will struggle coming up. I hope you guys have gotten that one, right? Yeah, I hope you subscribe. Please stay tuned to the Farmer on Fire.